All right, Cincinnati, we gotta talk. You guys have been very active in some of the things you've been saying this week, especially towards the Chiefs. And it will be very interesting to see how things turn out on Sunday, because depending on that outcome, somebody's going to get smoke thrown their way. So as we all know, the Cincinnati Bengals will be traveling to Arrowhead this week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. This is a rematch of last year's AFC title game in which the Cincinnati Bengals pulled off the upset in Arrowhead, beat the Chiefs in overtime, and headed to the Super Bowl. So we have a rematch here of these two teams. It's a highly anticipated matchup, and things are going to be very interesting depending on how the outcome comes to be on Sunday. Now, I'm not here to specifically talk about the game in this video. I definitely will be talking about the game, but I'm not here to address that in this video. Instead, I want to focus more so on the Cincinnati Bengals and some of the things they've been saying, or at least some of the things their players have been saying this past week. I'm not going to address the Bengals fans because the Bengals fans have been doing a lot of chirping. Me personally, I'm fine with that. I don't care about what fans have to say. I've said this on several occasions. Fans are always going to be fans. They're always going to speak their mind. They're always going to talk trash. They're always going to be cocky and arrogant when their team is winning. That's just what fans do. When your team's having success, you're going to be running your mouth. Hell, me as a Ravens fan, if Baltimore was in the AFC title game this Sunday and they were taking on Kansas City, I would be running my mouth. I would be bringing up the receipts of people that said we would never get this far and all this other stuff. So that's exactly what the Bengals fans are doing. I have no issue with what the Bengals fans are saying because they're just being fans. They have no real weight or impact on this game. You know who does have an impact on this game? The Cincinnati players themselves, who have been doing some talking. Mainly Eli Apple, but there was something interesting that came out today that I want to focus in on. So for the Eli Apple part, Eli Apple's been taking several shots at Stephon Diggs over the last couple days, following that Bills loss on Sunday, which was a huge upset. I don't think many people saw Cincinnati winning that definitively. Like, it wasn't even close. It was damn near a blowout. Josh Allen and the Bills did not perform well at all, and it looked like Cincinnati pretty much had control of the entire game, and at no point did you believe Buffalo was going to come back based on what you were seeing on the field. So after completely demoralizing that team, Eli Apple decided to take shots at Stephon Diggs, and he spent the last couple of days doing so, which has pissed people off and has just added more fuel to the fire in people's just hope that Eli Apple will get cooked in the AFC title game and Cincinnati will get sent home. Now, when it comes to Eli Apple, me personally, I don't really have an issue with what he says because I'm so used to it. Eli Apple's similar to Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley's going to run his mouth no matter what happens. When his team is up, he's going to run his mouth. When his team's trying to make a run, he's going to run his mouth. That's who Eli Apple is, and that's who Patrick Beverley is. Patrick Beverley's going to run his mouth, win or lose. He's not going to stop talking. Eli Apple's the same. He's going to run his mouth, talk his trash, and take shots no matter what the outcome is. So even if they lose on Sunday, he might go away for a while, but he'll be back to chirping next season. So that's just who he is. So I'm kind of used to that. That one didn't really get to me, and that's not why I'm really making this video. Why I'm making this video is because of what actually came out. So apparently, some of the Bengals players have decided to call Arrowhead Burrowhead because Joe Burrow is 3-0 against Mahomes and the Chiefs. They have yet to beat that Bengals team with Joe Burrow as the quarterback. Mahomes is 0-3 against Burrow. And Burrow's been to Arrowhead twice, one there in the regular season and in the playoffs. This year he beat them, but they were at home in Cincinnati. So he's 3-0 against this team, and they decided might as well crown Arrowhead Burrowhead because Burrow's never lost there, and he has never lost to Mahomes and his Chiefs team, which obviously is going to add fuel to the fire in terms of what's going to happen on the field on Sunday. But hearing the players say that was very interesting because usually a title like that you would get from the fans. Fans would definitely say that. Like, if you're a huge Joe Burrow fan, you would probably be saying that. If you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, you'd probably be the one saying that. And I wouldn't be surprised. That's what fans do. But the fact that the players are saying that, that's very interesting. A lot of people look at the Cincinnati Bengals team as a highly arrogant, incredibly cocky team that they are hoping the worst on. They hope this team loses in the worst way possible. And yes, when you look at Cincinnati, they're cocky and they're arrogant. Joe Burrow's cocky. Jamar Chase is cocky. That entire team is cocky. But guess what? They're allowed to be cocky. It makes sense that they're arrogant. Their team is having success. They were in the Super Bowl just last year, and now they're back in the AFC title game, taking on the team they've never lost to with Joe Burrow as their quarterback, with a chance to take a trip to the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't they be arrogant? Why wouldn't they be cocky? Why wouldn't they be talking their talk? They're winning. They have success. I'm not surprised to see this team showing arrogance because they're winning. Not every team is going to have the Patriots philosophy. And maybe that's what we should have. Maybe they should have the Patriots philosophy. But then again, if you can deliver a Tom Brady and a Bill Belichick to every team in the league, we wouldn't be talking about this. But you can't do that. That was something special. That was something different. That's never going to be repeated again. So every team has their own style and their own way of doing things. Cincinnati is going to be an arrogant team because they're winning. They're succeeding. They have the success. They were in the Super Bowl last year. They have a chance to get back to the Super Bowl this year. Why wouldn't they be talking? Why wouldn't they be talking? Most teams, when they're having this high level of success, they're going to run their mouths and they're going to talk because they're winning, because they're competing for titles. Right now, Cincinnati is at the top. They're at the top. This is their time to shine, and they know it. So they're going to have fun with it. And it's fine because that's what you would expect from players and teams that are having success. There are going to be players that talk trash. There's going to be a level of arrogance. And it could be annoying to the fans, but it's warranted. They're winning. The team's winning. So, of course, it's expected. Me, personally, I don't have an issue with it. As a Ravens fan, I hate the cocky, arrogant attitude that Cincinnati is showing without a ring to kind of validate that. But I understand it. As a sports fan, I understand it still. Even without the ring, I understand it. This is their time to shine. They recognize that this is their moment. So they got to go out there and do what they got to do. However, I want to say this, though, and I want to give this message to Cincinnati. It's completely fine to show this level of arrogance and talk that talk, but you have to back it up on Sunday. Most importantly, this is your time to shine. This is your moment. Not every year is guaranteed. Hell, this little run you guys are having right now is not guaranteed to be long term. Every team at some point has their moment, that small stretch where they have an opportunity to be on top and they have a chance to go out there and do something special. But not everyone's able to capitalize on that. Cincinnati, this is your moment. It's your time to capitalize on it. You're at the top. You're the star. This is your time to shine. However, you have to be able to capitalize on this. I remember that moment as a Ravens fan for me. 2008 to 2012, that 5-year stretch was our time to shine. Yeah, the Patriots were still the Patriots. They were there. And you had to deal with the Colts when Peyton Manning was there, and then the Broncos when he went to Denver. There were other teams. And obviously, Pittsburgh when Ben Roethlisberger was still there. But we still had our moments there. We went to 3 AFC title games in 5 years. 3 title games in 5 years. We understood that was our moment. That was our time to shine. However, that moment wouldn't be looked upon fondly if we didn't cap it off with a title. You have to win a title. Pittsburgh's had those stretches several times throughout their franchise. They capitalized by winning titles. That's what you have to do, Cincinnati. This is your moment to shine. I'm not going to tell you you can't be cocky. I'm not going to tell you you can't be arrogant. I'm not going to tell you not to talk your talk. Feel free to do so. This is your moment. This is your time to shine. But you understand that when you are at the top, when you have your opportunity to win at the highest level, you have to capitalize on it. So Cincinnati, if you want to run your mouth and talk, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Your fans are going to do it. They can do it. They're free to do it. That's what fans do all the time. If the players want to take shots at their opponents, if the players want to be arrogant and cocky, if the players want to be like that, I'm fine with it, but you got to back it up. And when you're at the top, when it's your time to shine, you got to cap it off with a championship. So you guys got a game on Sunday. You're going to take on the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. You're 3-0 against Mahomes. You got to make it 4-0. And once you get to the Super Bowl, be it the Niners, be it the Eagles, you got to win that game. And you got to cap off this season with a championship. If you get back to the Super Bowl and lose again, it's going to be another disappointing loss. And nobody cares about moral victories. You guys tried to give yourself a moral victory last year when you lost to the Rams. You're like, well, no one expected us to get this far. We got to the Super Bowl. No one cares about getting to the Super Bowl. It's about winning the Super Bowl. You need to cap this off with a title. This is your moment to shine. This is your chance. You have to cap this off with a title. So feel free to do all that talking. I got no issues with it. but you got to go win on Sunday. And then you got to go win the Super Bowl. And you got to cap this season off with a title. Otherwise, it's another year of just running your mouth for no reason. One team wins a championship. You got to be that team. This is your time to shine, Cincinnati. Go out there and capitalize on it. Otherwise, when you look back years later, you're going to be sitting there wondering, how did we not win a title? How did we get to a Super Bowl and lose like that? How did we get to back-to-back back-to-back AFC title games and we couldn't capitalize against a team that we were able to beat? We felt like we had their number. How could we not get it done? You don't want to look back and say that. So get the job done. You got to beat Kansas City on Sunday, and then 2 weeks from now, or 2 weeks from then, you got to go win the Super Bowl. Be it the Eagles, be it the Niners, got to go win the championship. Got to win the title. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about that because that was very interesting. Obviously, that game's coming up this week, so that was a topic I definitely wanted to address. But yeah, Cincinnati, this is your chance to shine. Go out there and capitalize on it. With that being said, that is pretty much all I got to say, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.